Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Vlad.
I'm Matt.
So, you guys might have already heard, we want to talk about two things. The government overreach when it comes to InfoWars, Alex Jones, and Trump's pick for Attorney General Matt Mother effing Gaetz. I don't cuss, but we'll just keep it PG right there. That's the furthest we'll go. Why do you think he chose Matt Gaetz?
They fear Matt Gaetz. They know he's on Team Maga. He's been going against the deep state the last 4 years of Biden and beyond that. And he's somebody that I don't think can be bought. And yeah, they fear him. They know that they can't bend him.
Who remembers how he stood up to Kevin McCarthy?
That's right.
He called Kevin McCarthy a rhino. He called him a snake. He called him a traitor. He even stood up and said, "I endorse Donald Trump to be Speaker of the House."
That was him.
They couldn't break him. That's what I like about. If you guys want to see justice, if you want to know why CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News is freaking out about Matt Gaetz, it's because they're afraid of him. We went from Bill Barr to Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, and I was just sharing this with Matthew yesterday, said, "I am going to investigate the crap out of 2020. And whoever was involved with 2020, he said they're all going to jail." Not only that, he was on Benny Johnson's show 2 days ago. This was before Trump even mentioned him. He's like, "Look, whoever our next attorney general is needs to grab Bill Barr, throw him in a deposition room. It doesn't matter whether he's there for 20 hours, 30 hours. You put pressure on his neck about Epstein," he said, "because I believe it was a foreign country that paid off our states. It wasn't the federal government working. It was states working with a foreign entity who took a lot of money, and then foreign agents went in and took out Epstein. And Bill Barr knows who they are. He covered it up. But if someone's going to take down the deep state, it would be Matt Gaetz."
100%. And I think Epstein's alive, personally. I think it's very plausible Epstein is still alive.
He might be.
I think they're holding on to him so that we're coming to a I think a point where that you're going to need testimony from Epstein himself in order to really get these people under the gun, because the media is just going to keep deceiving people, right? The media is going to twist it. No one's going to believe it. If people saw Epstein walked out in a courtroom right now, people would be like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother can of worms that we could talk about. But go ahead, Vlad.
That would be interesting. Now, does Matt Gaetz would have actually, because what is the power of the attorney general? The power of the attorney general, he can investigate literally anyone. That is, I think, the second or third under chief of staff most powerful position in the world that you don't have to run an election.
You're the head of law enforcement.
Yeah, you are the top of the top. Alex Jones, the onion bottom, the government shut him down. They're taking everything from him. Why is it now? Right before Trump's inauguration, less than 2 months before Trump's back in the White House, we had it. Why are they doing this now?
Doing what now?
With Alex Jones.
Oh, Alex Jones is a very powerful media figure. I mean, look at Alex Jones's predictions. He's been right about virtually everything. His show is epic. I watched Alex Jones way back in the day before it was cool. And he was one who said, "Hey, the water's turning the frogs gay." Well, guess what? Turned out to be true, and he got mocked for it. He's a very powerful voice, and they're taking him off the chessboard. But as far as what's coming, just in terms of the precious metal side, is you're heading toward chaos. It's like what Trump's doing with his cabinet picks is he's clearly Matt Gaetz and Steve Bannon, all these people. What they represent is these people getting arrested. Bannon came out on his broadcast, I think yesterday or the day before. He says, "Merrick Garland, you're going to prison.
Yeah,
you're going to prison." He's laughing about it, right? So when we investigate these, don't forget when they investigated Trump, they found nothing. There is nothing, right? Trump is the cleanest of the clean that you'll ever meet, right? When we investigate these people, I mean, Eric Holder, for example, do you think that Fast and Furious, that whole debacle was just limited to Mexico? What I've heard is that Eric Holder was running guns not just over the Mexican border, but around the world. So you've heard about Fast and the Furious. It's not just the Mexico situation where the ATF agents got killed. It's going to be worldwide that this guy was doing it. They were gun running worldwide and arming terrorists. I mean, look at Benghazi, right? We need to think about how many things over the years, the last decade or two, that we need to start looking into. And you have Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. Are you kidding me? These people are, pardon my language, shitting razor blades.
Yeah.
Okay. These people are shitting razor blades. And I love what Trump's doing is he's putting up this front with this cabinet that has these people just in absolute terror. So what I would expect is it's when you corner an animal, that's when they act the craziest. So I would expect a lot of this stuff to, maybe they don't let Trump in immediately. Maybe they find something, right? Maybe they start a war. Maybe there's some war power, something that we're not even thinking about or that we're seeing right now. If they do that and they try to extend, let's say, Biden's presidency, or maybe they put Kamala Harris in as president this next couple weeks, right? That leading up to January. What drives the stock market? Confidence, right? What's been driving up the market since Trump took office? It's purely confidence. Look at the crypto market. Trump's the crypto president. So if you remove this confidence from people and they see that these people are going to stay in office, let me tell you something. You're going to have a financial collapse that you never saw coming. And we're going to easily be able to see who to blame.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the key, is we want to see the rightful people, where these deep state actors, these are the people that we want to see take the blame. So that's really the case I make for things like gold and silver. It's not that it's such an incredible asset. It's not that it's this great investment. It's just a way to preserve your money, because we don't know what the hell's going to happen. We have no idea. Right. And that's why you want to preserve the money, keep it strong. Even with Trump coming in office, gold and silver really didn't move much. Maybe it came down a few dollars. Right. But you start having some, war breakout or this or the other thing. The deep state has its back against the wall. They're going to have to do something. And that's the scary part.
I agree. And by the way, if you are interested in gold and silver, call Matthew, Verity Metals. That's right there on the screen.
And by the way, while we have it, I don't mean to interrupt you, but the coin giveaway, we're getting that all wrapped up. It's just getting the addresses and getting everything mailed out. So we will have that out to you. And congrats to everybody who won some of that. We're doing a lot more than just the 20. Go ahead, Vlad. Sorry.
But if you want free silver, hey, like I say, with mention me and with qualifying orders, boom, this is outside the giveaway. But what I'm seeing around the world, there is, even if you look at the elections in Europe, people are shocked at how, like Germany, I have relatives in Germany, they're like, the liberal Green Party is dying. They're like, it's the conservatism is coming back. What's sad about Germany is whenever they go conservative, they go Nazi.
I wouldn't compare the Nazis to conservatives.
No, but they go like super out, like they're out there, and that's where they're like, socialists. We're trying to, before we hit there. They're like, we're right now kind of tipping there. They're like, but we're really walking away from the crazy liberal ideas. You see the same thing in France. You see the same thing in Canada. People are waking up. You see that, and right now, it's. I heard this so where RFK, like 2 weeks before the election, he said, well, me and Trump, we had this, we were having dinner, and he said, he looked me in the eyes and said, first time I won, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even expect to win. He's like, on election night, I was like, we won? He's like, wow. He's like, and then he went in. He knows nobody in DC. He's been there a handful of times. And then all these special interests are like, appoint that guy, appoint that guy. So the first time he came in, he just appointed whoever people told him to appoint. This time, he's appointing people that he wants. And this is a message, and I've said this on my live, and I'm gonna say this right now. So the first 4 years of my social media politics was all about November 5th, 2024. On November 6th, I kind of woke up lost. What do I talk about? What's the point? Here's the point. The American people have made their voice loud and clear on election night. We want MAGA policies. This is a message to every Republican, senator, congressman, woman, he, she, whatever. If you don't step in line with the MAGA agenda, we will primary your ass. We will make sure to go to your state, to your district, invest money, find a person to run against you, and they will beat you. If you like, there was a couple congressmen who were they're like, oh, Trump's a little crazy about this pick or that pick. Get in line or get primaried in just 17 months from now. We will get you out. Benny Johnson's on board with this. Charlie Kirk's on board with this. Steve Bannon. We're all sending one message to Washington, D.C. You step in line for these next 4 years or get primaried out fast. And not only that, your legacy will be destroyed. You went against the American people. This is my next 4 years. I'm going to cover Trump wins. We're going to be covering everything that he's been going to be doing. But also, we're going to be watching every congressman, what you vote on, what you vote against, every senator. You better step in line and you better do what we elected Trump to do. Don't get in his way. You back him to the end. When it comes to stopping wars, not funding any more wars, when it comes to securing the border, arresting the crooks, get in line or we will ruin your political career. You will be primaried. We will go to your district. We will find someone to run against you that will actually stand up and fight for the MAGA agenda. And we will invest money into them. We will give them a platform. We will campaign for them. And we will make sure you are done.
We're going to drain the swamp.
We're going to drain the swamp. And it's good. And you know, even the Bible says God's judgment starts first where? In the house of God. Before he judges the world, he cleans house. We're cleaning house.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want gold and silver, call Matt. Boom, we're out.